Welcome to 10 Things We Hate, 10 Things We Hate about Candyman. Now, of course, this is one of my personal all-time favourite horrors. It's in my top 10 of horrors. Go check out the 10 things we love about Candyman first before you sit there going, what? You hate things about Candyman? Of course we do. Nothing is infallible. Even a movie that gets given 10 out of 10, we're saying that is the bar setter. It doesn't mean there's nothing that's perfect. It's always got some flaws here and there. It can even be a personal thing sometimes. With Candyman, it was a tough one. But we came up with them.
Yeah.
10 things I hate, 10 things you hate. Yeah. You can start.
The racial stereotype, did it have to be set in a poor black neighbourhood?
Oh my god, the very first one I've got is racial stereotypes.
Yeah.
Which is particularly frustrating because Barker's story does not focus on this.
Yeah.
And this has been brought up. However, while it has got racial stereotypes, it still did put a black man in a lead role and stuff like that. So, it's a balance. But yeah, the racial stereotypes from gang members.
Yeah, poor black neighbourhoods.
Yeah, and the fact that, no, not that, it's a black neighbourhood, so naturally it's poor, run down, and there are gangs.
Yeah. So I find a bit like you could have said there's other communities, other poor communities, like in England, you get poor, run down estates and stuff.
Why couldn't there have been a combination of black and white people? Why was it only black people?
Yeah.
We only saw on screen.
Yeah.
Frustrating.
Yeah.
Silly mistake to make.
Yeah.
I've no doubt the intention was not that.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like an inherent thing with a lot of this is what it'll be, and it was stupid.
Yeah.
You could have easily have mixed that up, you know? Think of the last scene when they're coming out to the bonfire. I'm 99% sure there ain't a white face in that crowd of people coming out. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just like, oh, look what these poor black people are.
And when they're poor and they're black people, there's going to be gangs and there's going to be trouble. And it's like, come on, that was stupid. Yeah. It's so not the case.
There is a sort of they do try and have a sense of community because obviously there would be some part of community, but it just feels that's not the overriding.
You get to write the movie.
Yeah.
This isn't real life. You're getting to write it, so you can choose and you can change things.
And a poor area would have people from all different kind of
all
communities.
Different
not
walks.
saying like we want white people in the film. He's saying just like, why do you have to?
We have white people. We've got Virginia fucking Madsen lead. You know.
Oh yeah, doing Dangerous Minds over in the state.
It's just something that it is prevalent. It's out there. You can read many statements upon certain people, and I'm not saying that makes it. I don't think it's a massive issue, and to be honest, it's certainly not something that I was aware of as a youngster when I saw this movie, because I wasn't. But as I got older, it's just a bit more like, you could have done. It's what you could have done better.
Yeah,
that's what we ask. You could have done better. Of course, I had it. It's one of the most standout things about it. You know, even his family comes from a slave background. You know, and I realise that's the story told there, and that is what it is. But yeah, the fact that they removed it from Clive Barker's British class system in contemporary Liverpool to this shows also a little bit of a messy hand, I would say, when it came to writing.
Because I had that as one of mine. Like, I know I'm biased, but it would have been cool to see what they've done with it in like a poor UK kind of side to it.
A class system, we have in this country, where we have class systems more than anything else.
Yeah.
So that's another one of yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it would have been interesting to see it kept as kept in the UK.
Yeah.
On a state, say like in a state where all different
Barker's from the UK, ain't he?
So like all different backgrounds and stuff like that, and sort of like tensions between that as well as.
It's hard to sort of say like what would have what would have, because we know this movie as it is, so it's hard to really sort of say. Right, my second one then is it's depressing. I mean, I love horror. And I love many depressing horror movies, but visually and story-wise, this is a movie that will make you feel extremely cold inside.
Yeah.
We talked about in a love video about how it just has no happy ending, and that's fine. That's fine. But Jesus Christ, it is from... Once it gets going, nothing good happens. Yeah. Nothing good happens. And it's just...
We've doubled up on that one, because it's like... It left me feel sad, because like that is a reality for some people. I know obviously like... I'd hope some places... There's no place as bad as Cabrini Green in that film. But like the fact that it was set on a real life estate, it kind of says, well, they're basing it on something.
Yeah.
And that's people's real lives. And
people live like that, yeah.
Yeah, and sort of taking away the whole Candyman element, that's still pretty grim.
And
so, yeah.
Part of this movie was inspired by the real life killer... A real life story of a killer who killed a woman in an apartment by making a hole through her bathroom cabinet from one flat to the other. That's pretty horrid. Yeah. Double up again then. Okay, then I'll try and get a few going. Right. The crotch hacking off story / scene. So the little boy gets his tells the story of the mentally mentally challenged boy who gets his crotch chopped off by Candyman apparently in the public toilets. It's where Helen goes and he gets attacked by the gang leader who calls himself Candyman. Anytime there's a bit of horror where someone's getting their dick cut off, I'm just like, nope, I got one of those. Don't want that happening to me.
And it's a kid as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty horrible. You don't really see it, but you get a brief shot of him lying on the floor crying, holding it.
It's just it's in an issue, but it's in the toilets. I know obviously that's why he goes in there. He's going to the toilets, but like it's just everything's just so freaking grim and bleak.
A boy got killed there.
Who was he?
Ain't sure. Charlie told me he was weird.
He was crazy?
No, a retard. His mom was in the store. And the boy, he needed to go, to the bathroom. His mom is taking her time, choosing this, looking at that. So the boy started moaning. His mom get mad at him, send him across the street. His mom was at the checkout. She hears her boy screaming. There's a big tough guy. He runs over to check it out. Come out of there shaking and crying. He only been in there 5 seconds. Come out of there, and his hair turned white. I mean, it turned white, just like that.
Was the boy murdered?
Worse, he's lying on the floor in a pool of blood, holding himself. They found it floating in a toilet. Can't fix that.
And continuing that theme of grim and bleak, you touched upon this scene being quite love. And I agree it's a great scene, but I find it really horrible to watch, so I hate it. The bloody stripping / crying that Helen goes through with the police after she's been arrested is really harrowing. Yeah. So she's like having to take her clothes off and she's trying to hide her nudity, but she's crying because... And then it is like the female woman cop is just standing there stony face because they think that like what she's obviously what she's done.
She reacted to the scene as anyone else would because it's the first time she's seen it because she didn't do it. So it's like
you can't relate. Imagine being accused of something that you didn't do it, but everything says otherwise.
Yeah,
everything says otherwise. Yeah. Go on then.
Nice one. The fact that like the whole it becomes like so her kind of said before like dangerous minds. So like Helen goes in and goes all like I know she's studying urban legends. Yeah. But, like she kind of goes in, guns blazing, and like starts investigating.
Ain't that so white? It's such a white person thing to do.
I'm going to go into this. I'm going to this poor estate and be welcomed with open arms.
Yeah, people are just going to let them tell me their stories.
Yeah, and
rich white girl.
Like you come take the piss almost, and I'm some sort of like story for you.
Yeah. You're a story for me.
Yeah.
Your purpose is to aid me. Yeah. I agree. But that does kind of she's made aware of that, so it does work in the context of the movie.
Yeah, because and isn't it her block of flats, the nicer one?
Yeah.
Wasn't that was repurposed from like a housing estate as well?
Something like that. Yeah.
So it's like okay, so she's not completely like away from it.
Yeah.
But also I'm going to do 2 in a row because I had 2 like one that was linked in. Again, linked into that. How stupid she is to put herself in danger. So again, it's just like, I'm going to go in and investigate. It's like this place is notoriously dangerous, and she gets hit by a gang leader.
Yep.
Sneaking around and putting herself in unnecessary danger.
Yeah, just walking around like she belongs in the place. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, excuse me. I'm done here. I'll just get out of your way. Listen, I don't want to interfere with your business. I'm not a cop. I'm from the University of Illinois. I'll just get out of your way. Hey, come on, let me go. Look, you're not being very smart. My colleagues know where I am and they're expecting me back. Now let me go.
I agree. Keeping it character-based then, Trevor. So that's her. So Trevor's a bit of a knob in the movie, full stop, but possibly the most knobbish thing he does, and it beggars belief. And you can't help but hate him, the character, for it. His wife's on trial, obviously being institutionalized and on trial for murder.
Yeah.
In that time, he moves in, or moves his student lover that he's been having an affair with in with him because Helen escapes
and comes back
and
home.
finds it. Your wife, dude, wait till she's locked up at least and then apply for divorce and all that.
Yeah.
You'll be granted it and an annulment, you know, and stuff like that. But she's not even like, good God, man. Good God.
My wording was the husband not letting the bed get cold before moving a new bin in.
Shocking. Like that's almost unbelievable how cold and
callous
that is.
Yeah.
Like that is shocking.
Yeah, you could be seeing someone, like even seeing someone's rough, but like to have him walk into the house, like
Jesus, yeah.
Well, he gets his comeuppance in the end, doesn't he?
Yeah, talking of which, my next one then. Right, this is an actual serious thing. I don't like the ending.
No?
What I mean is, every section of the movie after Helen dies effectively dies in the bonfire,
burns,
that point onwards I don't like it. I feel it's tacked on, it's cheesy, it doesn't make any sense in the context of the Candyman story. So basically, if you don't know it, Trevor decides he really misses his wife and hates living with his new girl, so sits in front of a mirror and so on and says Helen 5 times and then turns the light off for some reason and she appears and says something to him like, did you miss me, or something like that.
I've come home or something.
Something, I can't remember the line she says. And then she kills him, he dies. And then that's so fucking stupid. It's only slightly marginally made up by the lasting shot that before it fades out is a new mural in Caprini Green of Helen with like a hair on fire. Like to show that Candyman was right. She will live in legend. Yeah. But that part there of making her a new bogeyman, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I put it as it felt like it was literally put in there to kind of like have new films made out of it.
Oh, thank fuck they never followed up in this.
Yeah, so that's what made me feel so just a bit kind of like tacked on.
Yep. Yeah, don't like it. Really don't.
What's the matter, Trevor? Scared of something?
As we double up again, yes, you had that, yeah?
Okay. Yep. So
you had that, yeah?
Yeah, I had that one as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I've got like 4 left, so you probably got less than that, right?
Yeah.
Right, so let me do the next one because I'm tied into that. As always, sequels really damaged Candyman's overall threat. If you, like me, have seen Candyman Fell to the Flesh and Candyman Day of the Dead, you'll know that while neither is inherently terrible movies, although in Fell to the Flesh, it's hard to get over the fact that one of the leads in that is the guy from Hot Shots, Dead Meat. And as soon as I saw Dead Meat appear on screen in a serious role, I was like, well, I can't take this fucking seriously, can I? Come on, man. What could go wrong? I'm in a Candyman movie. The sequels really diminish his overall threat. They take the romance angle, push it to the hilt, to the point in Day of the Dead, it's almost embarrassing. And his dialogue and lines, it stops having impact. Yeah. Because it's only sometimes you're going to hear him talk about blood and killing
just
and this.
Keep it as a one bleak standalone film.
That's all it was needed. Yeah. All it was needed. Yeah. Absolutely. And to continue that thread, oh, for fuck's sake, do we really need this to be remade? This isn't that old. This is 1992. Yeah. This is not a fan favourite. Yeah. This is a cult classic. Yeah. Why is this getting a remake? And you know what's the worst thing about hearing it remake? People going, oh, it's a remake, but it's by Jordan Peele. And I'm supposed to go, oh, cool! Yeah. Jordan Peele that has a record of 1 out of 2, in my opinion. Yeah. That means it's sorted then, because Jordan Peele, obviously, he's a great horror director, so we should just go, brilliant. Yeah. I can't. What can a remake possibly do to make this any better? Yeah. This already is a 10 out of 10 movie, in my opinion. Yeah. What can it possibly do? Yeah. Except update it, and then by doing so, date it. In what? Introduce technology. Yeah. What are we going to do? You know what I mean? Yeah. Who do you get to play? Who can ever hold a statue of Tony Todd? Yeah. I'm not saying no one else cannot play the role and have another go. And that, if we're going to have a director do it, at least it's... Right, the Jordan Peele thing, let me just quickly explain. I'm not on board with this, the saviour of horror that he seems to be thing. And the reason being is because, in my opinion, he's done one good movie and one alright movie. I really didn't care for Us. I thought it was alright, nothing particularly clever, and I thought it ripped off a lot of stuff. Yeah. 1 out of 2 good movies, even if it doesn't make him the saviour of horror. Has he got imagination? Am I intrigued by it? Is he doing... hopefully smart contemporary stuff? We shall see. He's got to do a lot more movies first. Yeah. This is not what I want, though. No. This is dangerous territory for him to step into already. Yeah. A remake of a fucking iconic movie, a cult classic. If he makes a mistake, if he fucks this up, He's
yeah.
already dead in the water.
Yeah.
Can't believe he'd even be stupid enough to be
Yeah.
involved. The thing is, this isn't even a rumour anymore. This is happening.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that I had that one as
We're
well.
cast.
I had that as well, and they said, "Oh, but Tony Todd's rumoured to be part of it."
Oh, probably as a cameo or like a.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Here's a
Yeah.
cameo role for you because you were it, and it's just like when you see me, like a reminder when it's going to be. I'm not saying I don't know the movie. It could be a great. But what I'm saying is a remake should be looking to take what was once and make it better, improve upon things that were wrong with it, update
Yeah.
things as best as possible.
Yeah.
Candyman doesn't. There's what I don't see what you can possibly do.
Yeah.
I really don't see what you can do. There you go. So this is one of those remakes, like with the Hellraiser one, that sickens me to my stomach,
Yeah.
especially when I see his name attached to it.
Yeah.
But we're not here for that. If you're going who's he talking about? Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So I've got 2 more.
Okay. So my one was not enough Candyman screen time.
Okay, no, totally disagree.
No? Oh,
This
okay.
keeps them. Imagine
Keep them yeah,
if you want more screen time, go watch the sequels.
Yeah. Oh no.
No.
I don't read it.
He's not the story.
Yeah.
Helen, Capri Green, the legend is a story.
Story. And then he pops up. Yeah.
I think it's fucking perfect the amount of screen time. Keeps him really, really
Yeah.
in the dark and shadows, and you know,
Yeah.
I couldn't. No, you're
No,
so
you disagree?
wrong on that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah, you might disagree with this one though. Sometimes, just sometimes, Candyman's dialogue is a wee bit pretentious. It's like, shut up, dude. Write poetry if you're that bothered about things.
Oh yeah, imagine no.
You know what I mean? Just like, dear diary,
Drinking out of
blood
drinking out of
is
jam jar.
yeah, he is a proper like he's a 92 hipster man with
Yeah.
some of that dialogue. Yeah.
What did you do?
Got one
Well,
more.
I had one more. I'd say how dangerous. So that was a real life place they filmed in, and
Yeah.
like, they had to kind of talk to the gangs there to say like, we want to film here.
Yeah.
And even so, I think someone got hurt on set because someone didn't listen to like the truce almost, or not shooting
Right.
each other. And there's a bit of crossfire, and someone got shot during the filming. So it's like it kind of just sort of brings you out of it and goes, okay, yeah, this is a real place. This isn't a set built to look like a shithole. It's a real life shithole.
Yeah.
So that just ties into, as I say, just the whole full circle of bleakness of this film.
Yeah.
I think there's no
The whole bleakness of it is a
there was no-
fucking bleak movie.
Yeah, there's no rate of light. There's no even slightly positive thing in it. So I think
Imagine
that's-
Jordan Peele updates the movie so it's got a happy ending. Helen survives.
Or they all do like what a lot of films do now. They have a dance number at the
A
end.
dance number at the end, yeah,
Yeah.
like an animated movie, yeah, to a like pop song, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, my last one, really simple. Composer Philip Glass doesn't like the movie, or didn't like the movie. Was really unhappy that what he scored, what it turned out to be. He wasn't that familiar in the sense what it turned out to be, what he made the scores. He actually wasn't happy. However, he has said he has said this since. It has become a classic. So I still make money from that score. Get checks every year.
Some bitching about it then. But I don't know how that works then, because obviously like when
He
you-
would have had
when
an
you-
outline. You would not.
Oh, okay.
You would have an outline where I'm not a composer, so correct me if I'm wrong. If you're in the know, please let me know. But I would
Yeah.
imagine you're given outlines of a scene. This is what we're going for. This is what we need from you,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't see a finished film,
No.
but you might be given ideas,
Would you
direction.
be given like the plot of the film?
No, not so because no.
But
You,
actually,
no, you might have read the
compose
script.
something.
You might have read the script, but then as well, like I said, you can do compositions and scenes be rewritten.
Yeah.
You can do compositions, and although you've written them for this particular scene, they use them somewhere else because it fits here better.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact he really didn't like the film basically, and he isn't exactly saying he likes it now,
No.
but he's put his hand up and said, "Well, it's making me money."
One thing, he's honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
There you go. 10 things we hate about Candyman. Make sure you check out all the other videos, all the other loves and hates, and thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button.